that here in Australia, where we have a very peaceful country, one of the good things about being in Melbourne here is that it is a place where we can continue to fight for freedom and for justice and for human rights, not just for ourselves but also for people that we may have left behind. Because for everyone who is sitting here today, I know that you all have brothers and sisters and family and friends who may be left behind, and you are fighting on their behalf. And what you are doing here is very important. Now, we have had victories before. The country of South Sudan that came from a referendum, it was people in Melbourne who were here who helped run that referendum. Similarly, when Mr Munir approached me a couple of months ago and said, look, I know that there are a lot of people from Eritrea living in your community. We need something done about it. And he sat me down and showed me some of the material and gave me some of the evidence. It really hit home for me as someone who believes in human rights and who believes in freedom and who believes that it's important to stand up to governments wherever human rights and freedom is threatened. One of the things that's particularly important to me is when I was told that Australian companies could go and operate in your country and there doesn't even have to be a guarantee that they're not using slave labour. They could be using forced labour in Melbourne, no, an Australian company. And we need as a minimum Australia to be standing up to governments that do not respect human rights and that do not respect freedom and saying you need to change, and certainly saying we will not allow Australian companies to perpetuate the abuses that we know are going on. And so it was my pleasure to raise the matter in Parliament, and I've got copies of my speeches here, and also to bring the petition that many of you signed to the attention of the Parliament, but also the Foreign Minister, Bob Carr, who's replied, and I've got copies of his reply as well. And I'll just leave you by saying I feel incredibly proud to have many people who come from Eritrea and who come from other parts of the Horn of Africa and right across Africa, but from your country, especially in my area of Melbourne. You will always have a friend in us because we believe in human rights and standing up for freedom and democracy wherever they are threatened. And I very much hope that just as with people who were in South Sudan who come over here, sometime in the next year or two, we're coming here and having a celebration rally to celebrate peace and freedom. So thank you very much. It's a real honour to be invited here today, and I hope that today is successful for you, and I look forward to continuing to work with you, and you have a friend in us. Thank you very much.